Carson-Newman Lady Eagles Mike Mincey. I'm Roger Hoover, and Coach back at it on the road once again for a Saturday game going to Queens. A tough challenge coming up tomorrow.
Well, it always is, in conference play when you're going on the road, we know they're going to be ready for us, and we got to have a good day of practice and preparation for Queens. They're a team that can be very dangerous, and they've got the leading one of the top leading scorers in the league, and Petaway is obviously now she's unseated us for the top three-point shooter in the league as well.
You look back at this last week, the loss against Wingate. What do you think your team really learned from that game and then carried over into the Mars Hill contest?
Well, I think the Wingate game is, like I told them, it was probably one of the toughest games we could have coming out of the break, taking 11 or 12 days off and then having to go to Wingate to take on a very talented team. I think both teams were a little rusty early, and then unfortunately it was us that gave up that big run to end the half, and that kind of spelled the doom for us as far as how the game was played out the rest of the way. But I think the biggest thing was getting our feet back under us, our legs, our conditioning. It was nice to come back over here against Mars Hill and be able to put up a big number with 85 points and just see some success around the rim, which we didn't have against Wingate.
Yeah, you mentioned that. A lot of Carson-Newman's big wins this season have been generated by a lot of three-pointers, outside shots. This game, really the opposite of that. LaShonda Peacher, Caitlin Couples getting it done inside.
Well, they did. Of course, we did shoot a lot of threes. Unfortunately, we only made, 7? But a lot of those were good looks, and I'm okay with taking those shots. But I think if we continue to be effective from the perimeter and on the inside, it's going to give each an opportunity to be successful, and that's one of the things. That's how we want to play. We want to be up tempo, and we'll take quick threes if it's there, and certainly if those threes are going down, it's certainly going to open everything up and inside, and then vice versa. If we're getting stuff on the inside, I think it'll open up the ability to shoot threes for our guards.
Do you like everything getting back to normal? Of course, we had the holiday break, and now school's back in session. School's closed earlier this week, but now everything's starting to get back to normal. Better rhythm for your players?
I think it is for everybody. You're coming back now. We're going to practice. When our practice times are, and there's no guessing. And we're going to play every Wednesday and Saturday, and for us, Sunday's our day off. So you get into a rhythm, you get into a routine, and now it's really time for us to start playing our best basketball. Thought we were playing pretty well right before the break. Unfortunately, we lost a little bit of that, but I think the Wingate game really woke us up. Pretty good performance against Mars Hill, but as always, we're going to have to play a really good game against Queens to come home with a road victory tomorrow.
And now Carson-Newman's back in first place in the South Atlantic Conference at 6-1. Does it mean much to have the top spot in the standings at this point in the season?
Well, it's obviously, and that's what as far as talk around here. Yes, we are 6-1. We are number one in the conference. Just when you look at the games, but long way to go. A lot of games to be played. We still got to play a lot of people. We haven't even played everybody in the conference yet. So it's certainly better to be 6-1 instead of 1-6. So we're not going to be. We're going to take it. But I think our girls have earned the right to be 6-1. We've had to win some hard, tough, some hard games on the road, and certainly took care of business at home. And if we want to have a chance to be there at the end, competing against some good teams in our conference, we're going to have to continue to, get better. We haven't peaked yet, hopefully, and certainly winning games on the road are going to be a key.
Queens, brand new to the SAC this season. What can you tell us about Royals basketball and what we can really expect to see out of them tomorrow?
Well, they've got some size, but they do have number 23, Petaway. She's a 6'1" kid that can get out. Like I said, she's 6'1", and right now, percentage-wise, she's the best three-point shooter in our league. Can score a variety of ways, inside, out. Because she's 6'1", she shoots it over her head. It's going to be a tough guard for us. It'll be a tough matchup. Their little guard, number 5, is extremely quick up and down the floor. But, hopefully, and this is, I don't know that their bench is as deep as ours, but that first 5 or 6 that they have are really good, and I think they're just on the verge of peaking too. I think they're 4-7 right now overall, but they're going to be a tough matchup for us, and certainly when you go on the road 3.5 hours away, and we're going over the day of, we're going to have to get our legs stretched and get over there early enough to where we can be ready to go, and hopefully we'll do that.
Coach, thank you for joining us. Best of luck against Queens.
Thank you.
That was Carson-Newman head coach Mike Mincey. Thank you for watching The Mike Mincey Show.